Bart.
I like the in-person stuff better than the Zoom.
Hey, Bart.
Hey guys.
All right, guys, if you have a question, you could please raise your hand. We'll get started.
We also like the in-person stuff better, by the
Yeah,
way.
I bet.
All right, Tony, we'll start with you.
Um, Kind of a layered question. As a team with no draft picks, it can, I've heard it could be difficult for you guys to get um to get prospects in to work out, but that working against you, is that the same thing that kind of helped you with this workout today and getting people like Wes Iwundu and Alizé Johnson, people who have been rotation players in the league as recently as last year?
Yeah, that definitely helps. It also helps with like summer league right now with my conversations with agents. To be honest, just because, right, it's like, hey, we don't have any picks, so that's intriguing to them. We're not going to have guys coming in that we are committed to and want to play and develop that are younger, and so I think it is intriguing to the agents and the players. But also, I would say the bigger thing is just like Quinn in our program. Like I think over the years, guys have seen what we do here and how we develop players, and that's been more of the driving force when talking to people. Is that hey, they want to come here because they know this is a place that they can get better.
Andy Larson.
Or you know that there has been, yeah, that history of kind of developing players like Royce kind of from this level of free agency to being rotation level players. But kind of seems like in years past, maybe that's stalled a little bit, or it's been harder for those end of bench guys to kind of get that chance or maybe move up in the same kind of way. I guess kind of what's your perspective on how maybe that's changed as you guys have kind of tried to get to contention level?
So you're talking about just like guys, younger guys, or guys kind of breaking through on the rotation and things like that. Uh,
Yeah, and just how that might be harder when you guys are have established veterans at a lot of different positions and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just more. We have really good players ahead of them. I mean, right? Like we have two All Stars, two Six Men of the Year candidates until Joe left. Um, we have a deep team. Bojan's a great player. Mike, like so. I don't think it's anything that it's just changed from where we were, where we had opportunity from guys who weren't as established or weren't as um, veteran in the league. But I think it's just more a function of the roster building more than anything.
Eric Walden.
Hey Bart, I was just hoping you might be able to explain kind of the process of what these guys go through in a camp like this, what you're hoping to see from them. I think by my count, maybe 11 of the 18 had played previously in the NBA, so certainly you've got to look at a bunch of them before. What are you looking to see in a format such as this?
Yeah, I think what we're looking for really is like their competitiveness and how hard they play, and then just kind of how they pick up concepts, getting to know them up close and in person, right? Like you can watch guys with another team and you can see how they play and you can like them or not like them and things like that. But when they're in your building and you're able to like touch them and coach them and really get a feel for how they interact with other teammates, how they interact with coaches, how they pick things up, that's like a really big piece for us in our evaluation. And so that's the biggest thing we're looking for. And then like kind of in our process now, really we're having them play. We have them play a lot. We have them do a lot of 5-on-5 games and things like that because that's the thing we want to see them do the most. And we want to see kind of who's going to be able to lead groups, who's going to be able to fit in a role, maybe come in here and just do what they do and not try to like do a bigger, like some guys are role players, right? And we don't want them to come in here and try to be primary guys if they can't do that. So who like knows who they are and who can help a team really.
Sarah Todd.
Hey Bart, how much is playing into the guys that you're bringing in this summer, whether that's the draft workouts or even just the free agent camp?
I don't think it's playing more of a role than it ever has. Like I think we're always looking for guys with long arms that can play on the wing or can play. We got Rudy Gobert like that played a point of us getting him right. So I don't think it's like playing more of a role than it has in the past. We've always been kind of focused on it, but I think it is something that we do look for. So I think it has shown up in this group.
Follow up from Andy.
Kind of a two-part question here. One, with you guys not having a pick this year right now, has that changed the workout process for draft workouts in terms of who you guys are able to get in? And then I guess does that second part of the question is, does that change or you put more emphasis on something like a free agent workout, knowing that you kind of don't have that pipeline of second-round picks that you might have in a normal year?
Yeah, it
To fill
hasn't.
out the end of the roster.
Yeah. No, so I'll address the draft workout part. It hasn't changed it from our end. It obviously has changed it from the agent and players end of who they send into us. But our staff, Andrew Mealy, they've done a good job we've had 2 already of trying to get some guys in that will probably get drafted, and that's been big for us to get those guys in and see them. So it hasn't really changed how we operate. We're still trying to hold workouts, but we probably can't, we're not going to be able to hold as many as we did in the past. And part of it is I don't know if we want to hold as many as we used to. When we got up to over 100 players and things like that, that was quite a lot. So, and then the free agent stuff, I think where we are more as a roster is where the free agent stuff is becoming more important. Like we need to find guys at the end of the roster that can contribute. And these guys have all played. Like you said, like a lot of them played in the NBA. Some were some of the best G League players. Like we need to find those guys that can come in and be at the end of the roster and contribute. So I think like really part of it is just kind of where we are as a team of like with the free agent stuff and how important that is to us. But then the draft stuff is more, you're going to get that. If we had 3 picks, we could get tons of players in, right, and have tons of workouts if we wanted.
Eric, go ahead.
Hey Bart, is it your expectation that all 18 guys will be here for both days, or some guys just here today and not here tomorrow? Or will you have any different guys coming in tomorrow?
No, so we'll have all 18 here for the 2 days.
Andy, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, if I could. Just wanted to ask, Bart, you've been here for a long time, as long as I can remember. Has this process changed at all with the change in front office leadership from Dennis to Danny with Justin or any of that?
No, it really hasn't. Justin liked the process, and Danny actually, they do similar stuff in Boston with mini camps and things like that. So both of them were very in line with, hey, let's continue bringing these guys in and doing these workouts.